Hey everybody, I got something really special in the mail the other day that I've been looking forward to for some time. Um, as many of you who collect are probably aware of the boutique small press publisher Suntup Editions, I was not aware of them when they first started, which I regret because their first big release was the beautiful edition of Stephen King's Misery, which is an absolute masterpiece, not just as a book, but as a design and a product. I got connected with them pretty much right after that, and I've been collecting them for several years now. And previously to this point, I've been collecting the bargain or entry level tier, the artist edition, artist gift edition, classic edition, whatever they're calling it, depending on the age and the era, and also the who has signed it. So I've been collecting those, thoroughly enjoying them. I am in the process of selling my collection right now, which includes all of my Suntup books. But several months ago, I had the opportunity to take the plunge and purchase the next tier up, the numbered edition of one of my personally favorite books of all time, and that's S.E. Hinton's classic, The Outsiders, which was published when she was just a high school student in the late 60s. So I purchased and finally received my numbered edition, and as she says in the novel, nothing gold can stay. I do intend to sell this book as well, but I was really glad to have the opportunity to open the box, take a look at the book, and create this video so I can document the book. I can show all of you in case it's one of your favorites as well and you might be interested. I believe it is still available from Suntup Editions as of right now, which is early in October 2023. So all Suntup books come with a bookmark if you order them directly from the publisher. This is the first ever time I've ever seen in person a numbered edition. So it comes wrapped in plastic with the number there, number 249. I think this was a run of 350. It's one of their higher print runs for numbereds, and they've since gone back down. But pull it out of the plastic sleeve, and just in case you're curious, I did go and thoroughly wash and dry my hands prior to doing this video. Beautiful cloth covering, and different, it looks like denim on the tops and bottoms of the slipcase. The title is Impressed. It almost looks like a plate that's pressed into the spine. That looks really nice. Inside the slipcase, it's actually kind of smaller than I would have expected. It's not a very long book, so it just has kind of this narrow trim. Black leather on the spine with the title impressed in gold. No mention of Suntup. No, the logo is not emblazoned there. It just has the title. This actually kind of looks like a yearbook to me. The same cloth from the bottom of the case is on the front and back boards, and then there's this leather, and it says "Stay Gold." That is a obviously, from the moment I open this, I can tell that this is a next level, higher class piece of work. It's understated. The book itself is not particularly large. I would imagine this is probably smaller than the artist edition, but it is just obviously a higher caliber, gilded page edges all around. The binding, you can just tell the way the boards are bound in, the way everything's created. It's just sort of a next level. I don't know if this was all done by hand, but there's just next level craftsmanship there. The denim extends here. The end papers have this pattern, and when you look really close, it says "Stay Gold" over and over. And usually Suntup puts there's the back end papers are the same. Usually Suntup puts their signature sheets in the back. So this is copy number 249, signed by artist Jeff Echevarria and author S.E. Hinton. And that in itself is quite a feat, because she is, she's getting older now, and she is, from what I understand, kind of notorious for being quiet. Like, she keeps to herself and doesn't do a lot of publicity, and so it's kind of a coup and kind of a feat that Suntup was able to secure her participation in this. The art is rendered beautifully on paper that feels exactly like the paper used for the rest of the book. It's not glossy, it's kind of a matte material. A nice amount of archival material in the back. Her book to be published soon, but Tulsa teenager keeps cool. I like how they put a hyphen between teen and ager. Teenager keeps cool. That is really neat. The original hardcover from 1967 had this jacket. Of course, it wasn't in black and white, it was in color. And an interesting story, I worked at a library years ago, and a local lady who passed away left her entire collection to the library, including many first edition things, some first edition Stephen King books that were just magnificent. And there was a first edition of The Outsiders, signed and inscribed by then teenager S.E. Hinton, personalized to this lady who had passed away in 1967. I thought that was just remarkable, and I pulled that book out and I gave it to my boss, and I said, we have to try to do something different with this. We can't just put it in our book sale, and God forbid we can't put it in our collection, because it's worth a lot of money. And I looked around, tried to find some leads. I never could find a buyer. That was before the days of the Facebook groups, and I didn't even know if I was on eBay at that point. I wasn't as savvy about that type of stuff as I am now. This was quite a long time ago. But anyway, it is nice to see a signed copy once again in person. And oh, I almost forgot. I have something that goes with this. I'll be right back. So a while back, I did a video about this, and I finally have the book to go with it. But gosh, I don't remember, months and months ago, maybe last year, I reached out to artist Jeff Echevarria. I sincerely apologize for butchering the name, but I purchased a one-of-a-kind additional piece of art that doesn't, I suppose it could fit inside the book, but it goes with the book. It complements the book. And of course, the character that pulls at my heartstrings the most is Johnny. You gotta do it for Johnny, man. Do it for Johnny. And was played to tremendous effect, tremendous heart-rending, pathetic effect in the movie by Ralph Macchio. But Johnny's my favorite. So I have this piece of art signed by the artist, and it is a nice accompaniment to the book, The Outsiders. But anyway, that is truly a lovely thing. I honestly don't know if I will ever be in a position to purchase another Suntup Numbered Edition, but I'm really glad I got to see this one in person and enjoy it and share it with all of you. So thank you very much for your time. If you are interested in The Outsiders, if it's one of your favorite books, if you picked up the Suntup edition, please sound off in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the Suntup edition, the book, the title, S.E. Hinton, Tulsa, Oklahoma, your thoughts on the movie, any of those things. Anything Outsiders, leave it in the comments. I'd love to read it. But anyway, thank you very much, and I will talk to you later. Bye.